Right, what is going on, everyone? I've just finished my post-workout meal 3, mince, rice and green beans, 220 mince, 40 grams of raw weight jasmine rice and 100 grams of green beans. I was at a new gym today, very excited to spend this week at Norton Gym, Welling Garden City, as my gym is closed for the week, doing renovations and setting up all the new bits, which it makes me even more excited to go back. But I had a very good session today, which I'll touch on a bit later on because I want to talk about yesterday's session. So Thursday, back day. Thursday was a very hard day for me, mentally, physically, just overall in general, completely and totally. Definitely the hardest day of prep so far. I woke up, I felt knackered. Even after a rest day, cardio was hard, felt weary, got it done though, of course. Felt very drowsy and lightheaded throughout the whole morning, and every time I went to stand up I feel a bit dizzy and nauseous and just overall weak. So that didn't lead well. We got into the gym. You'll see deadlifts, I lost a rep. I'm contemplating whether to drop them out for the rest of prep or to change it up again. What I'm probably going to do is do a touch and go style but not bounce off the floor, so very slow on the way down like I've been doing, but then like rest it against the floor and go again. This would mean I need to drop the weight considerably. That'll help me hand in hand with taking the load regression to still keep them in and still keep some erector and spinal load in and offer a new challenge while in prep. So that was that, but the rest of the session went well, very well. The pump was great. Here's my upper back row. Apart from the deadlift, after deadlift I felt so like I was just done. My CNS was fried. I was just absolutely battered. I thought about going home for a second until I clicked out of it and remembered what I'm here to do. But obviously we did the single arm on the prime. That went well. I got my rhythm back, and then that followed through the rest of the workout. And the rest of the workout was pretty good. Very good, actually. Just lighter in load. But I made sure to make up for that in execution, tempo, time and attention, and technique. Post-workout shots are on the screen for you to see. They look quite good as well. I was very happy with them, considering how flat I felt inside. Obviously the flatness shows in the physique, but the new level of detail, especially through like the front, so like my inner chest area, as well as obviously some vascularity coming through my chest and my lower back. In that back relaxed, you can see my entire back anatomy detail. Of course you see the lumbar fascia, but also the lats around it, so you can see my shape is finally taking its final form. But yeah, before I catch up with you about today's workout, which I was very happy with today, leading on from my worst day of prep, I had a massive rebound and had a great session today, and I'm feeling great today. Obviously today's Friday, my shave day. I'm gonna go and shave my upper body, finish my steps, shave my lower body, and then after I eat my meal 4, I'll catch back up with you to wrap up the video. So what I'll do is I'll catch you then. Okay, right, what is going on, everyone? I have just got back from my steps. You can tell that summer is officially over by the fact I've had to put a jacket on to go and finish my steps. I could say, oh, I'm dieting, I'm lean, that's what's making me need an extra layer, but enough of that. Summer is over before it's even started. We've only just hit August and summer's over. But I've had my shave, I have done my steps, I have had meal 4, and now all I've got to do for the rest of the day is chop my chicken, ready to go for my final meal and prep the raw ingredients for the coming days. But before I do that, I'm gonna take you through today's workout. I'm starting to crash, so I'm gonna make this very swift and brief because my legs were feeling tired on them steps and I am ready for bed. So before I go and watch an episode of Black Mirror with the parents and eat my meal and go to bed, chest day. Like I mentioned to you on Wednesday, I think my gym is closed for renovations for a week, so I'm back at my old gym, Norton, for this week, and it went off with a bang. Chest day. Started off with a pec deck. The good thing about this is, whereas yesterday my decrease in strength and my lethargy left me mentally drained as well as obviously physically drained, going to a new gym, playing with some new equipment means one thing: it's only baseline numbers. We can really just go in there and train with tunnel vision, not have to worry about what we're lifting, as we're not going to be trying to progress these movements. We're just trying to try and absolutely get a mind-blowing pump, train properly, and then get out. So yeah, pec deck 5x10 felt incredible. You'll see my top set, I think I got 9 if not 10 there on my top set. Then we moved on to the incline Smith press. The Smith press, oh, it felt good to be back on that Cybex. What I will do is I will just leave a montage of the training, a couple of reps at the beginning of my top set, and then the final rep, the usual setup for these compilation type montages for the training sessions. Dead stop technique on that, really focusing on squeezing the chest, really slowing down the negatives. It was crazy good. Then we moved on to a machine cable press. That was great, where I can really converge in the right movement plane, the most comfortable movement plane for my personal biomechanics, as it is a cable based machine, and obviously work in conjunction with how the pec should contract. That felt insane. I was fried, but we had one more press to do, and I did it on, I think that's a Cybex press, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. You'll be seeing it on the screen anyway. I set it up on a higher seat setting to really imitate more of a decline and lower pec bias, and really make sure to squeeze at peak contraction. That being the emphasis, coming back, stopping, really squeezing up and through that movement to really press through those lower pec fibers. As you'll see, my chest was popping through the t-shirt there as I was really focusing on those contractions. And finishing off in place of my tempo press that I used to do on the prime machine, I did a high incline clavicular fly on that pec fly machine. That felt insane. I did 3 sets of 10 to 15. I think I hit more like 12 to 15 on all 3 sets. Really trying to keep those elbows as straight as possible, making them touch to minimize bicep and delta contribution, and really make sure the whole range of motion is going through the chest, not going too far back, as that internally rotates the shoulder, takes tension off the pec and compromises the delt. Staying in that active range of motion, slow negative, pause, really squeeze through, and actually squeeze even harder than you possibly can. If you squeeze your hardest, squeeze even harder. That was the aim of that, and it was just crazy good. Then I finished off with some trap work, Smith machine shrugs, supersetted with dumbbell shrugs. Couldn't get away from that Cybex machine. It is insane. It was the best Smith machine out there in my opinion. And then the posing shots being on the screen for you here. Different setting for the posing shots. I'll go into the functional room as of my next session after quads. You'll see that on my 7 weeks out vlog, and go through some poses there just to get a better view of the poses. But you can see the upper body was looking good, the chest was looking full-ish. The whole body was looking flat and deflated. You can mainly tell through my legs, where I'm doing an hour and 5 of cardio, 45 minutes in AM and 20 minutes post-workout, and the steps, and obviously the calorie restriction in terms of dieting as part of this bodybuilding prep. My legs are looking a bit washed out, but obviously they're my best body part, mainly my quads, so they fill out a little bit, but not to the point where we know they can. My side leg was looking stripped, my glutes were looking stripped, which only means one thing: we are getting ever more closer to the end goal. Get that conditioning in, 7 more weeks to go as of Sunday, and I'm just overall very happy with how the progress is moving, how the body is moving. We're making great strides, and as hard as it gets at times, there is a reason why we do this. There is a reason why I'm pushing to be better and pushing harder to get more out of myself within this time frame, and it's all going to be worth it come show day. But that is enough from me. I'm going to get this chicken done, get my leg kicked up, ready for my check-in tomorrow. I am very excited to see what the weight is looking like, but more importantly how the body is looking, because there's been some promising indications of a lot of leaning out this week, whether that be through my posing on Wednesday, my new level of detail through the back yesterday, or even my new level of detail through the side of my leg today. So hopefully that all carries through to tomorrow and Brad is happy with the progress, and then we'll go from there. But that is going to end the video for this week. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, as always, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click that notification bell so you don't miss when we upload. 2 uploads a week at the moment, posting shorts on the daily, so there's always something for you to be watching on the channel. Leave a comment down below any of the other stuff you want to see from me in the coming weeks and coming videos. I'll try my best to accommodate for everything. Share this to a friend, bring them along on the journey of my first bodybuilding prep, road to the stage, 24th of September. Let's get it. I will catch you next week. I'm out. Okay, what is going on everyone? Today is Wednesday. I have just had my post second round of cardio meal, so meal 2. I obviously wake up, fasted, come back, eat, go again, and then eat. I just tried a new Jamaican jerk seasoning. Oh my god, it was unbelievable. probably my new favourite seasoning, so I'm going to be running that into the ground, absolutely milking the life out of it from now on. That's not what we're here to talk about. Firstly, arms and hamstrings. I don't usually film my arms and hamstrings workouts and exercises, as I just get in there, train higher tempo, fast-paced workout, as you don't really need as much of a rest period between your sets on arms, especially when you do it how I do it, is 2 biceps, 2 triceps, bicep, tricep, and then hams obviously after that. I'll leave 2 exercises on the screen for you here as I talk through it. Very, very good pump. The pump was insane. I went in there with still some energy left over from Sunday's high day. If you haven't seen that, I filmed a full day in the life, which will be linked in the description below for you to check out. Probably my best video, my favourite video to film, and a very good day all round. That soon left me. I went in with energy that wasn't there. And I crashed out, especially towards the end, but we got through, we got it done. The pump was looking good. The tricep dips you'll see and the hammer curls looking very vascular, looking in a good spot. Hamstrings also went very well. Like I said, on the theme of resetting some of the movements, we got that done. It went extremely well. A lot of hamstring stimulus was present in that workout. But today, obviously Wednesday, midweek, posing round post cardio. I try to pose every day, but getting in the trunks I do at least twice a week, obviously my main check-in, and this midweek posing round that I do post cardio at my local gym. The pictures are on the screen for you to see. I'm just so happy with how my glutes are coming along. Obviously the rest of my body, namely my front side, has come in a lot quicker, and I have been relatively lean and in a good spot for a couple of weeks already. And I'd say some of my leaner areas, like the top of my abs and my quads, are almost ready, and are definitely a lot further ahead in terms of weeks out compared to my backside. My upper back doesn't get very fat, but my lower back is showing some signs of thinning out and getting lean. You'll see my lat insertions come through, that lumbar fascia, like the Christmas tree effect, and also my glutes are looking the best they have looked. I'm incredibly happy with how they look today. Obviously from the sides you can see they're starting to get them ridge cuts. I want them to look like McCoy's, but even from the back we are seeing some good detail now. I sent him straight over to Brad, my back relaxed and my quarter turn, and he's happy with how the progress has been since our check-in. Obviously we checked in Saturday for the main check-in, and we checked in again on Monday post high day. So even since Monday, in the last couple of days, being back on a low diet, Monday, Tuesday and today, the weight's just fallen straight off, and that is the high day's purpose, as well as psychologically refueling me and physically refueling me. It also stokes the fire of our metabolism to keep burning through fat and project the progress, slingshot it further than it's been before. So very happy with that. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day editing and trying to chill out a little bit. I've still got some steps to do. Can't get over how nice that jerk chicken seasoning was. But that is going to end it for now. Tomorrow is back day, my last day at the gym, because my gym is closing down for a week for renovations and reconstruction, and this expanding a little bit. So I'll be at a new gym from Friday, but we'll talk about that more when the time comes. For now, I'll leave you until tomorrow for back day. Catch you in a bit. Okay, what is going on everyone? I am dressed, ready to go and train arms. Just had my pre-workout meal. Just before I make my pre-workout, I thought I'd take you through the weekend. Obviously, we last spoke on Saturday, pre-high day. I showed you a little sneak peek of what was going on. What I will do, I'll leave a full compilation of the best bits of the high day. So all my meals, my little trip to Five Guys, all that good stuff. Hint, hint, I went to Five Guys. And then I'll show you the segment where I talk about the workout itself in a second. But yeah, Sunday, no Stairmaster to start the day. Felt great. I did a 30-minute walk, which felt very good on the legs, not to bash them on the Stairmaster, just to get my body moving. Then we had the meal 1 and meal 2, really perked me up, ready for the quad workout. The muffin, I'll show you the quick snippet of the muffin here. Same as last time. I'm gonna do a taste test and then I'm gonna go and enjoy it off camera. It just doesn't get old. That is so nice. Okay, so then we went and trained quads. I'll put up now the quad compilation and then a little talk through of it after that, and then I'll catch you back in a second. Right, apologies if this is out of focus, but I think we're okay. We just got out of the gym. Oh my God, what a session that was. This clip is going on both vlogs, so both the 8 weeks out vlog and my high day vlog. So it's gonna take you through the workout a little bit as we make my post-workout shake. The macros will be on the screen for you here. Obviously, if you're watching the weekly vlog, I've did my total daily macros for my high day as we went through. If you're watching the high day vlog, you already know the deal. So we start off with leg extensions. My theme going into today was just to reset a lot of my movements and go for intensity and tempo as opposed to trying to maintain my strength, which works well as I can reset my numbers, and the effect of the extra carb is going to mean I'm going to contract the muscle a lot better anyway. And that was certainly the case. So we did 30, 45, 60, and then 80 for my top set. I can't remember off the top of my head what I got. I think I got around 12 or 13 reps. I'll show you the last couple reps of each exercise as we talk through it here, but you would have seen the montage of the workout anyway beforehand. Beautiful. We then moved on to hack squat. I aimed to go 2, 3, 3.5, 4, and then 5.5 plates aside. That was what I was going to go for. Dropping down from 6.5, really focusing on tempo. I would have shown you all my sets leading up to it. So I bit off a bit more than I could chew. I got a bit happy due to the pump coming along. I did 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5. As by 4, I started to feel it a bit. So 4.5 was a bit heavy, and then 5 is where we maxed out at. Then moved on to the pendulum, kept the same as last week. 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 70 for a top set, where I died at the end. Luckily, I set them safety stoppers up. I'll show you the clip here. As you can tell, I was very happy that I put that up one higher just before that last set, otherwise I'd have been in a lot of trouble as I didn't have anyone to spot me at that point in time. Then we moved on to the hip press. Oh my God, what a machine this is. It took me a few sets to get used to it, like my feeder sets, and that top set you can tell a little bit my bum was moving up a little bit where I wasn't pulled back enough. It's kind of hard to gauge where you want to be, but by my rest pause I kind of knew where I wanted to be, and that wasn't insane. Will, my mate from the gym, came and got me on that last stage of the rest pause to get them extra reps in, and I was finished by then. I'll leave some of my pump shots on the screen for you here. Looking good, obviously looking a lot fuller, looking a lot more vascular, but I was very fatigued at this point, so I was finding it hard to pose some of the shots. That's why they're not as good on first glance. I've had a little look, I haven't looked properly yet, so I might just be chatting rubbish, but on first glance, yeah, I was struggling to pose some of them, and I felt that while doing it. But I am feeling great. We're in a good spot. Brad was very happy with my check-in yesterday, and that has really made me happy. My posing's getting good. I'm seeing new things. I'm just really digging in deep now. And where I was starting to feel it, starting to get in my feels a little bit over the last like 10 days leading up to around Thursday last week, which is only 3 days ago. I really lit a fire under my own bum and really decided that I was going to take it to the prep rather than let the prep take me, and it's given me a new lease of life. And I think that has helped to drop some cortisol because my physique is definitely showing a new look since I've decided to change my attitude towards the prep. Not that I had a bad attitude, I was just starting to get brought down a bit by it, which is obviously going to happen when you're dieting for a prolonged period of time. But that is everything I wanted to cover. I'm so excited for my next meal because it is going to be a nice one. I haven't told you what I'm going to have yet, so I'll leave that as a surprise for the next clip. I'm going to drive home now, and I will catch you then. Okay, so as you would have heard, the quad workout went insane. That new hip press is amazing. I really took to that workout, really went with a positive attitude, really put those extra calories, those extra carbs to good work, and the muffin pump was insane. Honestly, in that part of the vlog, I mentioned that I couldn't really pose the shots properly, but looking back on them now, oh my God, they looked insane. Then it was time for Five Guys. I'll leave the quick compilation of my trip to Five Guys here. First bite. And then just as I show you my burger and fries and my bicep pump in the Five Guys toilets, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for my support network around me, especially over the last couple of days. I've had a lot of people reach out, a lot of people say they respect the grind, they've been following along. People that I talk to regularly, people that I haven't been in contact with as much, have been showing some support to me on my journey, and it's really meant a lot. But most importantly to my parents, they obviously my first point of contact, first point of support. And obviously during the prep you lose yourself a little bit. Obviously you've got the tunnel vision. All I'm thinking about is how I can be that 1% better, how I can put that 1% more work in, trying to get through the day without being too food focused and feeling like rubbish. And obviously the point of the refeed was to stoke the fire, get the metabolism going and keep it going, but also to psychologically bring you back from the depths, however you want to word it. But yeah, this little bit is just a thank you to my parents. Obviously I took them with me to Five Guys. I thought we'd all go out together because we don't do too much stuff like that anyway, because life gets in the way. But also being a bodybuilder, going out to eat isn't really something I do much and do often. So when we do go out together, it's different things. So just to go out and have something to eat with them, they've never had Five Guys before as well, and they really enjoyed it themselves. So that really put a brightener on what was already an amazing day, just really made it a perfect day. So a massive thank you to them, and obviously taking them was my way of saying thank you as well, and spending some extra time with them for putting up my grumpy hours through prep. But you can ask them, I was a different person after that burger and fries. I think they were probably sick of me, wanting me to get back dieting because I was talking so much and so lively. And I came back, had my Ben and Jerry's, absolutely insane. I can't remember the last time I had ice cream. It must have been a good 2-3 years since I've had ice cream. And even then it was be like at a place like Creams or Potty Pancakes, if you know where that is. And then I finished off my steps to help metabolize, help digest that big meal, because it was a big meal. It's a 3,000 calorie meal all in all, and I'm only eating 2,000 calories a day at the moment, so more in one sitting, 1.5 times my total daily intake in one sitting. Saving some steps at that point in the day was a very smart move on my part. And then I finished with my final meal of the day, which was really nice. Chicken, rice, green beans, the usual, and some potato as well, which you'll obviously be seeing as part of the compilation. You would have already seen that. That brings me on to yesterday, Monday. I woke up, sent my check-in to Brad. My weight went up 0.6 from Saturday's check-in, but 0.7 from the day before. I dropped 100 grams after my medium day on Saturday. You would have seen my butchered whey paste rice cakes, which I rectified and sent you the picture on the overlay of how it was supposed to look. But yeah, looking so much for. I'll leave a couple, I won't leave them all like I do with my regular check-ins, but a couple of my favorite shots just to show what the body looks like when you put some food in it and you get them glycogen stores up and you really feel the muscles up a bit more. Looking like a new man. Felt great as well. We went and smashed delts. I'll leave my top set of the Atlantis press on the screen for you here, as well as my freaky pump shots. The veins were popping, bursting full, as you'd expect post refeed, post high day. And then I came home, my uncle was helping to do up the downstairs bathroom. We're having it put back in, so that made the day very hectic, as well as having to edit, deal with some client check-ins. I just didn't get round to filming. By the time I'd finished all my stuff and he'd left, it was almost time for bed. I'd crashed a little bit, put Black Mirror on, watched an episode with my parents, and I went to bed. But that session was really good. And that brings me on to today. Today is arms and hamstrings. I am going to go and smash it now, and I'll catch back up with you either this evening or tomorrow after my posing rounds, and we will reconvene then. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, you will be seeing here I weighed in at 86.7 kilos this morning. I think it may have been 86.9 because I had my phone in my hand, but I did reweigh, forgot to film. 86.7 was the weight. What I'll do is I'll leave my checking photos on the screen for you here while I go through my meal 3. Today is a base day, a medium carb day. So I've got 6 rice cakes and 25 grams of whey. I'm using the My Protein cereal milk impact whey protein. What I do is I mix it up a bit watery, put it in the microwave for a bit to make more of a pasty form of protein, and I lay it on top of the rice cakes and make rice cake sandwiches. Absolutely gorgeous. You have to take my word for it. I'll show you them when I get them out. For reference, the rice cakes that I'm using are the lightly salted callow. There you go. So yeah, tomorrow I am having a high day, a very nice high day. There's a lot of food involved and I'm so excited. I'll be doing a separate vlog going through my day in the life on a high day, similar to the last one, because everyone enjoyed it so much. So I will show you a few things of the high day, just little parts, maybe a compilation of all my food and stuff, and then I'll catch back up with you on Monday. But everything's going well, cardio's done. Just about to have this. Cardio is still 45 minutes in the AM fasted and 20 minutes post-workout. Tomorrow I'm just doing a 30-minute walk, no stairs, no treadmill, as to give myself a little bit of a rest before we crack on the next week, to really give myself a refeed on this high day. And of course we've got quads, which I will also film, which will also be a separate video to both the vlog and the high day, but I'll show you some of the compilation footage obviously as we reconvene on Monday. Before I show you my food, I'll show you a sneak peek of what I just got from Tesco for tomorrow's high day. Okay, that's just about done. Okay, so very exciting. Muffins, ice cream, obviously chicken and mince, all that good stuff, potato, and this is probably just about done now, so we'll get it out. Okay, I have dropped the camera. What I'll do is I'll open this up so I can put myself here, hopefully you'll be able to hear me while I talk you through this bit. So the top layer will be a bit crispy and the rest will be very liquidy, just to make that nice paste, very minimal water used. And I just spread it evenly on top of each rice cake, and honestly it doesn't look like much, but it is unbelievable, especially when you're dieting. That this bit of flavour kind of makes it feel like a treat. I may have left it in a little bit longer than I should have, as it's gone a little bit fluffy, but it will only add to the flavour, and that will come out as I spread it across. So I'll get that spread and I'll catch back in a second. Okay, so here we have the finished article. Like I said, they taste a lot better than they look. Put the other rice cake on top like that, and then eat it as a sandwich. Like I mentioned before, I left it in a little too long, so they're usually a little bit smoother and it's a lot more liquidy, so it's better as a spread. But I butchered it a little bit this time. Nevertheless, I am buzzing. I'm gonna get this down, meat, and I'll catch you for the rest of the vlog tomorrow.